Yay!
All right, we're back.
Take 2.
This is so scary. Take 2 for season 3.
Season 3! I can't believe it.
I was listening to our last New Year's resolution, season back, or it was before we took a break for the season, but I was so annoying. I was so annoyed with myself.
What were you annoyed with?
Why?
I don't know. I was just annoyed by what I was saying.
I honestly, what
were you saying?
I can't listen to old episodes.
I don't know. I was just it's weird when you think about yourself a year ago. It's like you're a completely different person.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a different person.
But what's weird is when I listen to you guys in the old episodes, that I'm like, oh, you're so cute. Like, whoa, you've grown so much. And when I listen to myself, I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
Who is she?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
But I think it's so
Anyway.
fun that we can have these episodes to reflect on and then listen back
Yeah.
to. And then literally 10 years from now, we could, go back and be like, whoa, that's what we were feeling and struggling with.
True. That's going
Yeah.
to be weird. It's such a millennial, no other generation has experienced that.
That is true.
That's so
That is
true.
It's our diary, our digital
It's
diary of
It
our
literally
generation.
is.
audio
that.
diary.
And I literally talk about everything pretty much on this podcast. So, oh my God, my kids and grandkids are going to be able to listen.
That's
Hopefully they
weird.
don't. I don't know.
They're going to listen to Devon Does Dating.
If my mom had a podcast when she was 30, oh my God, that I would definitely listen to it, and I would.
Yeah.
I would love that.
That would be so crazy.
But also, we make so much content that, there's too much for them to consume. They'll be like, okay, this is overwhelming.
They'll probably, pick a couple of episodes or something. Or
I would love if my mom had a podcast with her friends in her 30s. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that would be
That would be
so
really
crazy.
And talking about having me and, whoa.
Mhm.
How weird.
It'll be so fun to hear, when, even right now, when, getting ready for the wedding and everything.
Yeah, whoa.
And when you guys got engaged, the episode where you got engaged.
Whoa.
And you,
Can't
told
talk
us
shit
you got
about if
engaged.
you get pregnant. You can't
talk shit about
talk
the baby.
shit. Yeah.
I'm still will.
I wish you were a
I'll be
boy.
sorry.
God damn it, it's a girl. I was really disappointed.
It is kind of funny to hear other people talk about that, on their podcast. We really wanted a boy or we really wanted a girl.
I
Yeah.
hate that people get mad at people for that. Someone else was talking about this on a podcast, but it's you're feeling if you feel kind of disappointed because you wanted one gender or the other. It's valid. You're allowed to feel that way. Doesn't mean that you don't get used to it and love the baby.
Yeah, it's a very normal thing. The only thing that's gross is the videos of the gender reveals when they find out it's a girl and then the dad is and
Yeah,
walks
that is
away.
gross.
Or
I don't
acts
like that.
disgusting. That's
Yeah.
different. But gender disappointment,
And
I
that's
think, is normal.
usually with your family.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Stop.
I mean, my mom wanted
Everyone
Logan to be
else.
a boy, and now Logan is her little baby.
Did she have the name Logan already and was just going
No.
to do it? Oh, really?
No,
She wanted 2
apparently-
boys and 2 girls.
Yeah.
I would want
That would be
that as
cute.
well.
I honestly don't know what that name came from. She's probably told me, but I don't know.
Yeah, that is interesting. She obviously likes traditional boy names for girls.
Mhm.
I've always loved that. I love boy names for girls.
Me too.
I think
I
it's
don't-
cuter.
I don't even think she thinks about it that way, though. I think she just...
Yeah,
honestly, I need to ask her because I don't know.
we should. Let us know. Text
Okay.
Evan right now if you're listening.
I know she picked my name because she was somewhere and she saw the cutest little girl and her name was Devon. And so my mom was like, oh, I'm taking that name.
Wait, that's cute.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that. Hmm.
Oh, this is another random tangent that I've been wanting to go on.
Should we do an intro before your random tangent?
No, it's quick.
Okay.
Then we'll do the intro. I hate how influencers won't tell their baby names.
Or
they'll be
when
like,
it's for privacy.
You know what though?
But I hate when
totally
they're
understand
not
it,
even
though.
pregnant and they're like, oh yeah, we have a list of baby names, but I don't want to share them. Because who gives a fuck if some random stranger in Wisconsin uses your baby name? You don't know any of these people.
I never thought about
I
it
know,
like that.
But I understand it from a different perspective. There's so many people with opinions and shit of ew, that's a horrible name. Like, your kid's gonna get made fun of so much. So like, people
That's
just
not
don't
why
say
they don't share it though. They
No,
share
a
it
lot of
because they
people
don't want
do.
people to steal it.
There's a lot
I
of people
think
that
it has
just
to do
don't
with
want it to
both.
be like, because people give so many opinions on names. Like, this one girl is naming her daughter Geraldine, or
That's
Geraldine
cute.
or Jerry,
Mhm.
and she
Jerry's
got
cute.
so they were like, all the entire comment section was like, ew, like, do you hate your
Yeah.
kid? Like, blah blah blah.
But
blah.
then
And
they
it's
share
like,
it once it's born. They share the name once it's born,
Well,
but they
because
won't
then
share
you-
it until
you
then.
have
And
to.
then if they have like a list of names that they like, oh, maybe if I have another baby, I might use this, so I don't want to share it. And that is because they don't want someone to take it. But like, who the fuck cares if a stranger takes your baby name?
I
You
think it's
didn't invent
about
the
people
name.
that they know though in person too. Like even my sister, my first nephew's name is Owen, and she told my family ahead of time, and my brother was like, "That's so ugly, like Owen, what?" and like made fun of it, and now that's his name, and like she
That's
was
awkward.
very hurt by it that he acted that way, and that's like just what people do. They like will just judge the name immediately.
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't want.
I'll probs do that. I will probs be making a video of baby names I loved but did not use.
Yeah, but you're not going to share the ones that you might use.
No.
I'm going to make a TikTok right after this and say, this is the baby name that I'm going to use.
Really?
Yeah. Because
You
who
don't want
the
it to be
fuck cares?
special? I guess so.
This is very controversial.
It is.
I just think it's
people
so,
will
it's just
not.
like the culture that we live in that I think is so silly that they're like,
Who's?
I mean, like
whose
Jackie
video did you
Oshray
see that
on
is
Jackie
triggering this?
Oshray's TikTok or podcast, Jesus Christ, on the toast. She just had a baby and I listened to her birth story and they were talking about other baby names that she was going to maybe use for her baby Harry, but she didn't. And she doesn't want to say them. Oh, I have a
Because
couple other names.
Because she might use them.
I know, but who cares if
I get what you're
people
saying. Because
take
also,
them.
like, a lot of these names are in the top at least 100.
Right. You didn't
So
invent
there's
the
a
name
lot
like
of
Harry.
other people taking them.
So many people are going to name their kid Harry, and it's not because you told them that you're going to name your kid Harry.
That's true. Do you have baby names that you like? Like that right now, if I gave you a child, you'd be like, I'm naming it this.
I really like the name Lily.
Placed a child. Lily?
Yeah. I
That's
don't know
cute.
why I always
Ew, I
have.
hate that
See,
name.
immediately I want to go like Colleen Hoover.
Colleen Hoover copied me.
See? I like Lily. That's cute.
I do
Yeah.
too.
I'm not gonna say the names that I like. I used to like Charlotte was always my number one name since I was little because I loved Charlie. And then
That's cute.
everybody,
Oh.
it's like one of the very, very, very top girl names now.
That's really cute. I like that. But is it Charlie is the top girl name or Charlotte?
I think just
Probably
Charlotte, probably,
Charlie.
but I think they all like most of them call them Charlie. But I always liked it since Charlie and the Santa Claus, and then Good Luck Charlie.
That's cute. I feel like I would want her friends to call her Charlie, and then I call her Charlotte.
Charlotte.
cute.
That's such a southern name.
Charlotte. Oh, it is still cute. Maybe I'll still use it.
It is cute. Okay, we can do the intro now.
If you have
I
like
just had
twin
to-
girls,
I kind of really want twins.
Charlotte and
do
Charlie.
twins run in your family?
No, my brother-in-law is a twin, but no, they don't run in
No,
my
no
family
blood.
whatsoever. No, but I was wondering. I was asking Cameron that last night, like, what is the odds of having a twin? And my phone was plugged in at the time, so then I didn't look it up.
Yeah. You could always just like make yourself have twins with like embryo transfers and stuff.
That's true. I hope I don't have to do any of that.
I could do it.
Jesse's video.
Lord, please. You could.
Doing
you
embryo
could do it.
transfers?
Would you want to?
Would I want to have twins?
Would you want to do embryo transfers and everything?
I might
Maybe,
have
yeah.
to if I have them by myself.
True. Well,
Or
Would you
if-
have babies by yourself?
Yeah, I think so.
I would too.
You'd have all of us to be aunties.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not alone. And then also, so many of these dads don't do shit anyways.
No. Like, I don't want anybody. I'm a control freak, so I just want to do it all anyways.
Yeah, it's almost like you're getting more of a break. Like, you don't have to deal with the mental load of telling the guy everything to do.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Welcome back to another season of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devon.
I'm Brittany.
That was good.
That was
New
a long
season.
pause.
Okay, maybe season 4 will be better.
Maybe by the end of season 3, there won't be a pause.
Maybe.
Maybe. But today we're going to be reflecting on our 2023s and talking about 2024 and the goals that we have and reflecting on everything. So if you'd like to reflect on your year and plan for your year, do it with us.
Yeah, I've been listening to other podcasts like this, and it's given me like inspiration and made me realize things that I hadn't realized.
Yeah.
We could start with like lessons from each quarter.
Okay. So let's start. Q1. What was happening in each of our lives?
Q1, I started like going viral on TikTok again. And
That's
it was
so
like,
crazy that was so long ago.
That was Q1.
I know. When I'm looking back at all these things, I'm like, I can't believe how long, like it feels like it was just summer.
Yeah.
And it feels like the fall went by so incredibly quickly.
It did.
But yeah, I remember it was really exciting, but it was also like, I woke up every morning with this excitement, anxiety feeling. You know, when you have videos going viral and you like, as soon as you open your eyes, you're like, I need to check my phone to see
what is
going
that?
on. And then
I
like
remember that was a huge thing for you. Like you had so much anxiety about going viral. There was like so many things you're like, I don't want to go viral anymore. Like,
yeah, I was like,
to
I've had enough.
And it was coming off of like when you were feeling very depressed and stuff during that whole time. This was like on top of it.
Comments started getting to me because like this was the first time I started sharing something that was like really vulnerable to me instead of just like surface level stuff. And so the people's comments of saying that like this life is depressing and stuff like that started getting to me. So that was hard. It's taken like a year, but now I just kind of laugh at it.
Yeah. What do you do with comments now? Hate comments? Do you block them or do you reply to them? Do you just leave them?
Yeah, all of the above. Sometimes I'll right away block them and then I'll think of a comeback and I'll be like, fuck, I shouldn't have blocked them because I want to say this. Sometimes I'll say something if I'm in like a good mood and I want to say something stupid back to them, then I will. Like some guys will say things and think that it's hilarious and I can tell that they think that they're funny and I'll just reply like, ha 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 ha. Like, you know, like you're so funny. Like,
yeah.
Like, or like there's this one guy that's like replying to every single person in my comments saying that I'm not an introvert. And I haven't blocked him. I let him go because my video has like 1 million views now. So like pop off, you're giving me engagement. So it just depends.
Yeah. That's something I want to be better at this year is just not replying to haters. Because when I try to do something funny or a joke like that, like it is funny for a second and then it still leaves me not feeling great. Or then they reply to that again, and then I'm like, fuck, now I gotta reply again with an even better comeback.
I know. If they reply again, I usually don't reply.
It's hard not to.
I know.
I'm gonna try doing that. So what was the lessons that you learned from going viral?
Just to, I don't know. I kind of learned how to handle it, I think. I learned how to handle it and not take it so personally. Someone recently said, did one of you guys say this? Someone said that they like to pretend that trolls are like AI, just leaving rude comments. That's like funny. You know, I just like really I like. I
mean,
that.
They basically are.
Yeah, they're stupid. Yeah.
That's what I was talking. My sister said something this weekend when I was with my family about how she couldn't handle hate comments and stuff like that, or like how do people deal with that. And I asked her, I was like, have you ever left a comment like that on anybody's post? And she was like, no, never. And I was like, exactly. Like, it's not just normal, happy people commenting. No.
Sometimes the things that do get to me more are like more people that sound like real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Or it's like it hits insecurity sometimes. It's like, whoa, how'd they know that about me?
Yeah. And you just have to remember that like it's going to get, if you want to stay on social media, like it's something that you have to put up with, unfortunately. And you just kind of have to not take it personally.
Yeah. And it's not happening in person. Like these people with millions and millions of followers aren't walking around in person having these people say these hate comments to them in real life.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
it's just wild behavior.
Do you see that movie Cyberbully? When it came out when I was in
No.
middle school with Emily Osment.
Maybe.
It was
Sounds
like
familiar.
this girl's just getting like so badly cyberbullied, and she ends up like almost trying to commit suicide and stuff. It was like very intense. But a huge part of it, everyone's like, just get offline, just turn the computer off. And like people make light of that, I think, often, of like, okay, you can't just get online, but it really is true. Like literally just leave your computer for a few minutes, leave your phone, and you'll feel better.
Yeah, and you have to be the type of person who can deal with it, because there are so many people that I've even like noticed recently that will blow up on TikTok and they can't handle it, and so they step away and they just never post again.
Yeah. I think there's a lot. It's very interesting though. Like some people just stop posting on certain platforms. Like I know Mary stopped posting on TikTok for a while just because like her comment sections are like wild.
They are.
Well, like in terms of like people like just
Mary
giving
Skinner.
so many opinions on like her bipolar depression, like
that's fucking annoying.
Like her body changing when she like loses weight,
that's
or like
annoying.
gains weight, like her lifestyle, the things she should or shouldn't be doing, like just very 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 personal and like vulnerable things that like I could understand not being able to kind of take that.
Yeah, and those are hard because those are probably her community and her followers thinking that they can have an opinion on that stuff. It's not just a troll commenting. Those are the ones that are harder for me to take.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, what about you guys?
Britt?
I feel like in Q1 it was finding like balance of like skiing and enjoying my life and being out and about, and then like also work and like being able to design my life. I think it was like tough to figure out that balance, but I also noticed like when I'm like having fun in my business, I like show up better, and it's like business is like easy instead of this like thing that I'm trying to like run and do all the time.
Yeah.
So I think like finding that balance and designing a business that like suits me, and then also when like things are not going well, like asking myself like, am I having fun right now, and like what can I do to change things to like have more fun in my business.
I love that.
Was this your first year being full-time? No.
First full year.
No, last year was my like this like 2023 was the entire like I was self-employed the entire year.
Okay.
And then the last 3 months of 2022.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
So
your
kind of your first full year.
Yeah.
First
so
time
first
like
full
being
year.
able to ski and having to figure out the balance of that.
I mean, it was wild. It just felt so wrong. Like so much of the time I was like, oh my God, someone's going to catch me. Like,
yeah, like they're going to, my
doing
boss
this.
is going to know.
Yeah.
It is such a hard adjustment going from working in a corporate or a 9-to-5 setting and then working for yourself. I think that's like what I struggled with so much, even last year, because I felt guilty that if I'm enjoying my work, or I'm sitting on the couch, or I'm taking too many breaks, that I'm not actually being productive. And I was like made to feel that I needed to be at a desk and miserable to be contributing to society in a good way.
Yep.
Because that's what I was taught in school and college, and then working a 9-to-5 for someone else.
And that's what I'm like honestly hoping to show a little bit more in my content this year, is like right now, like there's gonna be some weeks where I do have like more like in-office stuff, but then like having stuff where I'm like out and doing stuff, or like meeting people or networking, or like on the ski hill and then coming back and working. Like I want to show more of like that balance that I've found. But
yeah,
because I think not enough people like talk about it or share it.
And I think people like to watch that because that's like the dream.
Yeah.
People like to live vicariously through you doing that.
The American dream.
Yep.
Yeah.
The new American dream.
Yeah, really. It's also interesting though of like I know we've talked about this before, but if you think of a job like serving or something where you just have the complete opposite schedule, and like I was always fine being off on a Monday and Tuesday when I was a server. I didn't feel weird like, oh, I'm doing nothing today when everybody else is working, because I just knew that that was my schedule. So it's just weird when
but you also probably
was
felt
not
like you
as
were
much.
working your ass off, like while you were serving, like you were grinding.
Exactly. So
and,
it
like,
feels
it's
like
a hard industry.
Yeah, where you're not feeling like you're working your ass off in this all the time.
Like if
Maybe
someone
so.
says anything to me, like fuck you. Like, you try standing on your feet for how many hours?
Yeah, that's true. It all comes from other people's judgment of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Yeah.
I think in Q1 that was just really our time of hunkering down and saving money, and I think that was the first time I like ever even had more than $2,000 in my bank account at once. And so it just like really showed me that it's possible for me to save a lot of money, and that it's possible to live below my means, because I'm just a spender. I just like love, which is so weird because we have always talked about like, why do I want to make money, or like what is the reasoning to make money, what do I want to be buying, and all of that stuff. And like I think that is something I've learned this year, is like the reasoning why I want to make money, and the just casual spending that I want to be able to do. Because this year we had to like hunker down and not be able to do that, and like not go out to dinner a few times a week, and not like get the expensive cocktail and get the cheap wine glass instead, and just like so many little things like that. But it was cool because it taught me that I could save money.
I still think that's like one of the most inspiring things, that you guys are just like, yep, we're buying a house this year, and then just like did it.
That's so hard. Well, because it's like so weird, because the year before that we were in the exact same place. Like we could have done we could have made it happen the same way, but it was just our like thinking that we couldn't do it. But like we had the exact same amount of money, we could have saved the exact same, but it was just thinking that we weren't there yet.
Yeah.
So weird.
That was really cool. I still like you're like, yeah, we found the house. Yeah, we're gonna close like next month.
How
like,
crazy.
Oh, okay.
I think it happened
like once you decide that you're gonna buy a house, it moves so quickly
because you like have to.
Yeah. You can't wait.
Yeah. Okay, Q2.
Q2 I rebranded, which I'm proud of myself for like taking that initiative. And
that's
doing
also
that,
crazy
was
that
really
that was
fun.
so long ago. I feel like that was in the summer.
Literally everything that happened in your life, Dev, I'm like, that just happened like 3 months ago.
I know, it feels like it. And then I also got really obsessed with Daisy Jones and the Six, and I think that led to my depression because I could not focus on anything else. Like it was not healthy. I was mentally unwell.
That's so funny.
Is that when you started meds too?
No.
Okay.
No, just her meds of Daisy Jones.
Actually, I did see my doctor about it in August. So I guess that's Q3.
Almost.
Yeah.
Jumping ahead.
Yeah.
So Q2 is fun for you, basically. Besides the depression.
It was really it was hard. I don't know. I would wake up and just be looking for Daisy Jones and the Six content, and I couldn't focus on like doing anything else. And it was also depressing because it ended, and I felt like I was never like I didn't have anything to look forward to anymore. I don't know. It's like I haven't had a hyperfixation like this in like years, and it just reminded me like how fucked up my brain is, I guess.
No.
It's just a hyperfixation.
There was a lot of joy in it too.
Yes, there was.
Yeah, like a lot. More joy than sad.
Yeah, it was just a struggle because I didn't care about my business anymore at that time.
You just cared about dancing to Daisy Jones.
Were you?
That's so funny.
Like, were you not going as viral, or like were you kind of burnt out during that time too?
I think so, yeah. But like that's the thing about my brain is like if I'm obsessed with something, then I can't stop thinking about it or working on it or whatever. And like I wasn't obsessed with Instagram or social media anymore. I don't
It
know.
was also because like that type of video kept going viral in the beginning of the year. So then during the second quarter, you were more trying to figure out how to like pivot that and find the type of video that you like then enjoyed making while still making them go viral.
I think I did start going viral then on Instagram
Mm.
in that quarter because
Yeah.
it wasn't really catching on Instagram. And then I finally figured out Instagram, and then I had even like worse hate comments.
You started making different videos.
Yeah, like the
Instagram
funny
and TikTok.
ones, like from the like second person or whatever.
Yeah.
That went viral.
And you sharing your like quote of, or like your memorization of the lines of Daisy Jones.
Yeah, that's all I cared about.
That's my favorite. Britt?
I think in like Q2, that's when I did, well, actually it was kind of like at the end of Q2 or Q1, but I did my first like speaking thing with Pet Honesty at South.
That is also crazy that that's so long ago. What?
Yeah.
That kind of feels like a long time ago to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was South by Southwest, right?
Yeah, so it was in March.
That was exactly when I became hyperfixated with Daisy Jones and the Six.
Yeah.
Why do you remember
that? I remember watching it too.
Because I remember they
were
there
when you watched it.
That's funny.
They were at South by Southwest, and so I remember like seeing them in that weekend, and that's the weekend when I started getting obsessed. I don't know. I just remember that.
I feel like in Q2 I had to start like making like harder decisions for like my business, and it was like really hard to just like make the decisions. And like I think I did a lot of, like something I'm leaving behind that we'll talk about too is I like catastrophized a lot, where like I made something that was like kind of smaller into this like massive thing in my brain and would like make myself sick over it. And so I just started like practicing making harder decisions and like doing them and like trying to document the like positive result of doing them. So I think that was like really helpful, but it was a really, really hard like time as well.
Yeah, that is hard. I feel like, is that also the time where you kind of got more comfortable sharing to the like not downsides, but like more failures, or not even failures, but just like being more open with all of that with your audience? I feel like that was kind of like Q2 or Q3.
Yeah, I think I definitely tried. I definitely in like because there's a month where I like took some more time off, and I think that was in Q3 more. Where I was like, this was like really hard. But I think just like understanding how powerful my brain can be, like it can really, really help me by like putting my mind to something and like going for it and like the positivity side of it. But it can also hurt me so much because it's like so powerful that I can like really like prevent myself from doing the things that I need to do.
Is that the time when you think you struggled the most this year? Because I remember you really struggling a lot and like Q3. Having to go for walks. Okay, we're getting there.
Yeah,
it's building up.
It's building
next time.
I think because like and this is what I'm like trying to avoid like next year, but like Q1 and Q2 are like such good months, and like there's so many amazing things that happen, like, and just the build up. But yeah, Q3 both years, like 2022 and 2023, were really
interesting.
Hard, so
it's like a growing.
Definitely want to be proactive.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was definitely agree with the mindset thing. I think that was huge for my Q2, was me constantly saying that I'm broke and that I have no money and that I am not making any money. That was still before we bought our house. We bought our house in April. So it was like I had a bunch of money and then I lost all of it. And it was also a really good learning lesson for me to not spend all the money. And when I get, because like right now, like in 2023 in December, like I literally made like over 20% of my income even more than that, like 35, almost 40% of my income in December. And the same thing happened the year before. So then I like just spent it all and had it and saved for the house, and then it was all gone, and then there was nothing incoming whatsoever because I wasn't pitching myself whatsoever, doing any of the actual work.
Yeah.
So I think that was my biggest lesson, is like always staying ahead of things, and when I'm in those periods of when I am busy, to not stop pitching, because then the time will come where then I'll have nothing and I'll run out of money, and then I didn't save any money, and that is no bueno.
Yeah.
So I want to definitely do better this year about holding on to the money.
Yeah.
Because I never know.
I think in general, I'm like really excited to get really on top of finances, like everything.
Yeah.
I'm
I
excited to
agree.
make a bunch of money to be excited about my finances, because last year I didn't even like look at my finances because I felt like I wasn't making any money. So I like out of sight, out of mind type of thing. So I wasn't excited about money at all last year,
Yeah, same.
which I usually am.
But I think it also helped me, like, because that was my biggest thing, is like not letting my self-worth and everything be reflecting on just money. So I basically was forced into doing that.
Yeah. I had to
The
do
universe
that
is
too.
like, here's your lesson.
Yeah. You have to. Sorry.
Sorry. Better luck next time.
Yeah. But it's a good lesson to be learned. Okay, Q3. I think that was probably my hardest. Well, I don't know. Maybe probably Q2 and Q3.
Yeah, same. Q3, I finally went to the doctor about my antidepressants, which that's like one thing I'm really proud of myself for this year, is like going to doctor's appointments and like getting, like I didn't go to the doctor at all last year. I didn't even have health insurance. Well, 2022. And so this year I was like, made myself make and call and schedule. And so I started antidepressants in August. And then I also think I started medicate like doxycycline for my face. But at this point in August, my face was a fucking wreck. Like it was the worst it had ever been.
That, yeah.
Like when I go back and watch my vlogs from those days, I'm like, I can't believe I was even posting on social media because of how bad my face looked.
That's so hard to show up when you're like not, no matter what it looked like, but to you, however it felt, like that is just the hardest time to put yourself online.
Yeah. It sucked.
What are the lessons?
Go to the doctor and don't use a bunch of shit on your face.
Good lesson. It's very helpful.
I did learn like less is more, kind of like to use like a lot more minimal face products, and I don't know.
Yeah. What about with the antidepressants?
I like finally started feeling better, but I don't think, maybe that was in September. I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh, well, I also learned that like it's really overwhelming when you start the journey of medication for your mental health, because you start a medication and then your doctor wants to see you in a month. So then you have another appointment in a month, and that's another $80. And then you're like, okay, yeah, I think I'm doing good. And then they're like, okay, I want to see you again in another month. And it just like starts this cycle that can be so expensive and like time consuming. And I was like paying $80 a visit to like do a FaceTime with my doctor for 5 minutes. And I also got to the point where I was crazy. Like, I kind of want to try to up my dose, but I don't want to restart the cycle of having to see her again every month. So I just kind of like stayed with my dose. And I think I'm fine now. But yeah.
Yeah, that's very hard.
That's really hard.
Was sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, like, those were some of the scenarios I was kind of thinking of when I was like picking my healthcare this year, of like, I want to be able to go to therapy without paying like an arm and a leg, and I want to be able to see the doctor like regularly. I want to do like all my preventatives. Like I don't want to pay a ton of money. So like my, monthly payment is more, but I feel better because like my deductible's low, and I can like, I have free therapy through the insurance, and like I just have a lot of my like
Whoa.
I'm paying like $350 a month though for.
I am too, but I don't know if I have free therapy.
But
I did a lot of like shit with, I like went through a lot of different things, and I like talked to a broker, which I was like scared to.
Oh.
because I didn't want them to like sell me on anything.
Oh, interesting. Mine's about to expire in like 20 days.
Oh no.
Less than that.
Yeah, less.
Riding dirty for 8 months. No, I'll probably get like a really cheap one just in case like something really, really bad happens or something.
But yeah, my doctor's appointments are like free with it. I just like went through and just because I like really want to be able to go through.
Does that include dental?
No, I pay a different one for that. But that was the other thing too. Like I like forced myself to do this stuff because I was like, but there's a lot of the dental plans only cover up to $1,000 of care.
Which does not go far dentally.
No.
Yeah, dental is so expensive if something happens. Like usually you just need like your biannual cleaning. But like
when I got a cleaning last time, it was $400
with dental.
So that's why I was like literally
with no insurance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to make sure I have everything.
Which is so crazy. Like think about how many freaking people in the world, let alone in America, but in America don't have insurance and like can't go to the dentist. Like you can't just pay $400 out of pocket.
That is actually multiple really children. Expensive. Because a lot of places offer that if you just pay out of pocket because it's easier for them because they don't have to go through insurance, they'll like give you $90 cleaning. Like a lot of places offer that.
Like advertised.
Yeah. Your dentist ripped you off.
Yeah, I guess so.
But if I have any cavities or anything, I'm like,
that shit's expensive.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Healthcare tangent, self-employment things.
That sucks.
But I discovered that my medicine is doing something in Q3 because that's when I stopped at cold turkey, and then I was like, it is doing something.
You were talking about that in last year's episode. You said that you stopped.
Oh shit! I did it 2 years in a row.
Oh, and you gave me so much shit for taking half of my medication, and you just stopped cold turkey. That's way worse than just.
That's why I gave you shit, because I told you that I did the same thing,
and then you did it again.
Apparently, it takes me a few times to learn my lessons. Let's check back next year see if I do it again.
Stay on it.
I did that in Q1 in January. I didn't take Adderall for a month and was very confused why I felt like shit.
Yeah, but I still don't know if I need to like increase the dose or if it's just, I don't know. I guess I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Do like a meds
later
update
this year.
Why don't you just try taking 2? See what happens.
Oh my god. Honestly, that's probably what they would do is like double it. So
yeah, depending what it is.
I shall see. Well, I guess I either need to get into the doctor in the next 2 weeks or wait till after. Yeah. Oopsie.
Yikes.
But besides that, in Q3, that was like our remodeling the house time for months. So my dad lived with us for a month and a half. Then Cameron's parents came for a week or over a week. Then my mom and stepdad came for a week. And I think it was just very good family time. And like, it was just, it was crazy. It was so tiring. It was like my dad literally made us go from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single day. And like now it's so funny because we're like, why are we not getting anything done? And then we're like, oh, it's because my dad literally forced us all day and all night to do things. And now it's like after work and we're like, okay, we're tired. We're not going to do anything.
You're like,
tonight.
I can't even do like the bare minimum.
Yeah. But he was like making us. But that was just like such a good time. Because like my mom and dad have not gotten along or my stepdad. So to have all 3 of them together at once was really cool.
So awesome. Yeah. Do you look back on that time and with like a lot of fondness?
Yeah. Like it was so cool to have. And like just it really showed me, I think, what a big support system we have and like how thankful I am to have all of our parents who are so knowledgeable in house things and so willing to help and that they're able to help with like, things like that. And all of our friends and family and everything. It was like a year that really taught me how amazing all the people in my life are.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I did better at like maintaining friendships and like being a better friend this year. Because that was something last year I did not think I did as well.
Yeah. I remember you talking about that.
I also had like in Q3 like the family, because we had like our family reunion kind of / like the wedding in August, and that was like so special to have like everyone come together again, and just reminded me like how much it means to me and like how I need to make the effort to go and visit them, like even though everyone's very far away.
Yeah.
And even just spending time with like my immediate family too, I think.
Yeah.
And then it started like the slump of Q3. Which was like September, October time frame. I don't know why it's like so hard though. It's just like, I don't know, maybe it's just like being exhausted from the year.
Burnout.
I definitely felt like I was working more, like I was working like longer hours and not necessarily being as productive. So I was just kind of like doing shit, and like I would be on my phone for half of it. So like I was working from whatever to whatever, but like not actually. So I think like really trying to be more efficient and like productive with my time so that I can like log off and just
chill.
That is huge.
That
what
fucks
you just
with your
said.
brain.
Yeah, working a lot of hours but not actually doing that much.
Actually, I think because my brain is all over the place, I don't realize what I'm doing all day long because I'm like task switching. And recently when I was like in a bad mood because I felt like I didn't do shit all day, I wrote down all the things that I did do after the end of the day, and I was like, wait, I did do enough things.
Have you been doing to-do lists still at the beginning of the day or no?
I have to, yeah. If I don't, I won't do anything. I'll be like, okay, what am I supposed to even do today? There are a million things I could do. The days that I don't make a to-do list, I am not productive.
Well, but then does that help you of like, then you can look at the list and be like, oh, I did this and this and this.
And I think that one particular day I didn't have a to-do list. And I was just like,
chaotic like everywhere.
Yeah.
Even though so many things like on a to-do list or so many of the like little tasks we have to do still don't seem like a lot, but they like take time. Like sometimes when Cameron will ask me when he gets home from work, like, oh, what did you do all day? Like I'll have to refer to my to-do list to be like, oh, I did this and this and this. But like then when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem like that much, but it took up so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's like I'm wanting to do more because like I do a lot with my phone because I'm like, if I'm like pitching for somebody or like I'm trying to reply to somebody and like grab a link to something, like I am on my phone trying to find it like on TikTok or Instagram. Yeah. And then I'm like, what are the views? What are the saves? All that stuff. And so it's easier to pull it up on my phone versus a computer. But then like, of course I'm on my phone. So like
I know it doesn't feel like working.
But no, it does still feel like I'm working. But like somebody texts me or like I find something else on my phone and then I get distracted and I start doing something else. And then I come back to this like email that I'm finishing up and I'm like, okay, now I need to send it. But so I think like removing my phone from my office when I'm like just kind of in that task mode and like email mode will make a big difference.
That's a good idea. I definitely want to start doing that more.
Yeah, I have 2 phones now, which is so bizarre. Yeah, I know, I get stuck in my head every time. But I think I want to delete TikTok off of one of them. Like the one that I'm using during the day. So, because that always is such a big distraction for me.
You know why? Also,
why?
I think it's because, you know, when you post a video and then you have to like stay in the app and freaking start scrolling. And then suddenly I'm watching videos as my video is posting and it's been done posted.
Yeah.
And I'm still scrolling
for 30 minutes.
But then my problem is that once I've posted something, I need to keep checking. Like, what are the comments? What are the likes? How many views does it have now? And it's like an addicting cycle. And it's like, who cares? Stop checking.
I also want to get better of like, I literally just like my videos so much that I'll just rewatch them fucking 20 times in the same day. And I'm like, I just spent so much of my time today rewatching this same video that I posted today.
Yeah, I do that too.
Like
5-minute video. Let me rewatch this.
No, literally.
It's good.
Do you guys watch a lot of TikToks on like 1.5 or 2 speed? No.
Talking, if like it's a story time, yes.
I am always like on 2 speed. I'm like, I want to hear this, but like I can't listen the whole time. Like,
yeah.
Okay, Dev, Q4.
Q4, my face finally started getting better. My depression
Woo!
started finally getting better. I went to Austin, which
Woo!
is like my biggest accomplishment probably because it was really fun and really scary. I'm proud of myself for doing it. The podcast trip we finally did in November, that was like very healing and fun for me. And then I think I just kind of started finding a new groove that I like on social media.
Mm-hmm. Good routine.
Yeah,
like you're on like a good schedule. You did Vlogmas.
I did, yeah, and I had so much fun posting those videos.
Did you feel burnt out at all?
Editing.
I would get to points where it's like I can't keep filming myself today. I can't wake up and think about filming every single moment of today.
But you did it.
So I would just do, some days when I needed a break, I'd just do like a get ready with me or something that I didn't have to like worry about the whole day.
Yeah. How did the editing schedule feel of that?
I like editing the videos. I don't have a problem with that. I can't always be on and filming myself, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, mine is like I'd rather be filming, but it's like the starting, the editing. Once I start, then I'm like in flow and like it. It's literally just starting it.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I think that's something for like the end of Q4. I really found a good routine. And you guys will be so proud of me. It includes some cleaning.
Oh, did you learn how to shut the cabinets?
No, that's not fun.
No, not yet. 2025, maybe.
Maybe 2026. But like
you just get like open cabinets. There's no doors.
We redo the kitchen and it's no doors.
Yeah.
But it feels really good because like I know it makes a difference for Joe and like how he feels. So it was actually while he was gone golfing that I like tested out different routines. And I also felt like way more productive being on a routine. And I also reflected back to like when I was like very successful. Like I was a like rock star in high school in terms of like doing all the things. Like I was like, you know, in sports, in clubs, like getting, you know, like a 3.8 GPA, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's because I had a lot of structure in my day and a lot of structure with my routine, like homework and everything. Everything was like very, very regimented. And I think like going to college, I like resisted having such a regimented schedule. And then like my first job was also very like regimented. I was very successful. And then when I like changed positions, there was a lot more flexibility and it was like harder to be regimented again. So I think having that routine is really helpful. But it like
were you a good cleaner in high school?
My room and closet were messy sometimes, but I would like always clean kind of like as
I was horrible. Like I would leave dishes for my parents and like nothing would be clean whatsoever.
We like always had to do the dishwasher and like kind of put things away and clean up. But I don't know. My room was definitely messy in high school. But in terms of like productivity and like efficiency and stuff, I was much better with that in high school, I think, versus.
Well, it's like good to recognize the routine.
And it was like I'm just able to do more things because of a routine. So I'm just like excited to keep like doing that. But I like journaled and I was like, I need to be adaptable with my routine because my routine is not always going to be. I can't always wake up at 6:30, and I can't always like do some of the things I want to do every day. So like how can I, if something's like not working, how can I easily tweak it so that it like fits my schedule or like fits like what's working for me, you know?
Yeah, love that. I kind of said the same thing of like I did also get into a good cleaning routine, and I more so just got better at just doing more, like taking care of the house more and taking on more responsibilities and feeling more organized with that, like even cleaning and cooking dinner and doing that sort of thing, because I do think during Q3 and 4 and whatever, when I was making less money, I felt like I needed to step up in the other forms of taking care of the household. So I feel like I got really good at those things. I also think it's been a huge thing for me since we moved here where I'm like the friends I make here cannot be as good as the friends I have in Arizona, and like I can't make friends, and like hanging out with these people is not as fun, and I don't have as good of a time. And like I would tell myself all of those things over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that in Q4 especially, I learned that I really like these people and like I need to start acting like they're my good friends, because they are, and like really creating more of that community with them. So, and realizing that like when I am social, I do feel better a lot of the times, even though most of the time I don't want to leave the house. Once I do, I come home feeling better.
That's awesome.
Same with our trip and everything, like just doing things like that makes me feel so much better.
Yeah, me too.
I love that. I also signed 5 new clients in Q4, which
holy shit, yeah, that's a lot.
Damn,
was huge, because I think there was like a mental block that I like couldn't sign more people.
Yeah,
and I did it.
That is great. That's amazing. Yeah, I also, I guess, pushed through my whole work mental block, because then I started making money again, and then I became in the mindset of like, oh, I am making money. Oh, I am good.
I can do this.
It's so dumb. Okay, what are things that we're leaving behind in 2023?
One of my big ones is seeing my competition as like competition and like in a bad way.
Yeah,
because
that's a good one.
I think there's a lot that I'm like motivated and excited by like my quote unquote competition, but also like the like influencer marketing group that I'm part of is so incredible with like everyone. Like there's a lot of different like women agency owners, and on all of the calls that I've been on and like networking things, like they all help each other. Yeah. And I'm just like,
I love that.
I really like didn't think that that was something that was like possible with the industry, like in talent managers and, you know, agency owners and things. But I'm just like, if I had changed my mindset sooner, like how much, you know, I mean, I can't think too much about the past, but I'm like, what else can I do this with in different areas of my life where like I'm seeing things as competition, but they're not at all. Like we can like help each other, or I can be a resource, or like I can cheer them on, whatever it is. So that I think is a big thing. And I'm just like so excited to like, and I think that also would take a lot of stress off of me being like, oh, I need to like be better than this person, or like this person's so much better than me. Like, I can't believe it, blah, blah, blah. Like
that's so true.
Those sort of like thoughts are so like, they prevent me from like moving forward.
They just only hurt. Like I've never once really been motivated by those thoughts.
Yeah,
no,
me too. I struggled with that.
I just feel like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, great thing to leave behind. I would love to do that as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
One thing I want to leave behind is not having discipline to make to like make deadlines and stuff. Because like I started a newsletter, for example, and I only sent out one newsletter because I would keep like pushing off that I needed to have one for the fall or for the winter or for Christmas. And I would like even start working on them, and then I would never finish it. And like that was kind of the same with YouTube. I was so bad about posting on YouTube. The things that take longer and take more effort and I don't have any accountability, I'm not disciplined enough to do them.
And it's the things that seem big, like in your mind, like they seem bigger than just like one task that you can get done in 10 minutes or something. And it's what's funny is some of them even do take 10 minutes. Like some things that I put off for so long, like I do it and then I'm like, oh, that was so easy. Okay. But like it feels like you cannot do it whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's like that catastrophizing. I mean, that's a little bit different, but like I'm really trying to leave that behind because that's just so detrimental to like, I think I told you guys, like I literally made myself sick. From one time, and it was over something so small.
Yeah, that's so
literally nothing.
But it feels big, so like your brain makes it
so
feel big, like as if you're dying.
100%.
But yeah, I definitely said not taking action, and that is also my word for 2024. Action.
Oh, I love that.
Cause I feel like I just like was paralysis. I did all possible plans and preparation for so many things I wanted to do, but then like I just don't take any action. I don't have the discipline, like you're saying. So I want to have more discipline and actually do the things that I want to do, because now I feel like I know what I want to do. I just need to do it.
Yep. You know, make yourself.
My word is discipline this year.
Oh,
loves.
Yeah, that's like really funny that like all of us are kind of like in that direction.
Yay,
mine are not. Mine maybe should have been, but I have 3 words.
Oh, 3.
Ooh.
One is creative.
Oh.
One is money. But the main one is, it's like that Swedish word, and I literally Googled how to. I think it's.
I don't know how to say it, but
Hugie.
Damn, that's how you say it.
It's hue. It's a hue sound.
Oh,
really?
But yeah, I like that word. I think it's so cute, and it just means like.
What does it mean?
Let me Google it.
It's like
another
IKEA.
thing I'm leaving behind.
Oh my god, I'm not typing.
Is avoidant behavior, or like less avoidant behavior.
I love that.
And for me, that looks like scrolling on my phone, and just like finding ways to be busy, or like letting myself just be consumed by work.
Love that.
So shutting myself down at the end of the night, like leaving my laptop upstairs in my office.
Does your avoidant behavior also have to do like in your relationship, like your attachment style, or you don't think that that's been a problem?
I don't think that's been as much of a problem. I think like if I'm avoiding conversations with people though, or avoiding like doing something, or avoiding like avoiding my feelings too. Just like if I know that I'm feeling a certain way, but like I'm like, everything's fine, like I don't care.
Yeah.
Instead of just like addressing like, why do I feel like shit right now? So I want to just be more mindful of those like avoidant behaviors and allow myself to kind of take action and do something about it.
Yeah.
Or take care of myself, you know? Because I notice a lot of the time, like if I am like not doing skincare, or if I'm like not cooking for myself, or going on walks, or journaling, like I've got to sit down and like think and be with myself, because something's going on that I just need to like address.
Yeah, I agree. I think mine's kind of like 2 parts, because they don't go with each other. They counteract each other. But one, I feel like I was not as good of a dog mom overall this year, like in general. Like I didn't I felt like the whole house was our whole focus, and I paid less attention to them, did way less training, did way less fun things, barely left the house with them to do literally anything, let alone go to restaurants and go on hikes and just fun things like that. And that makes me sad. Like I love doing those things, and that brings me a lot of fulfillment to do those things. So I want to get back to that. But then also I want to not put them before myself, because that is also something I do, is every single day I plan their exercise time before mine. And like, it's like a task that needs to be done. Like they're exercised for the day, and then we're good. And that always happens no matter what. Like I always play with them or take them on a walk no matter what. But like I do not do that with myself. So I want to have like give myself dedicated time every day, even if I just stretch. Like I just want to stretch. Maybe work out if I feel like it.
I have one last one that I want to leave behind, and it's not advocating for myself, because I'm too scared to.
Ooh, love that.
So yeah, I think I started the year with a bang on that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a few weeks.
Maybe on a private episode.
Ooh, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Proudest moments?
I think doing 2 speaking events.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Is that something you really want to do more of this year?
I think maybe a little bit. I want to do more networking, like in terms of being like, so that could be like speaking and then like as part of like a networking thing, or just like putting myself out there more.
More events,
either
more
to be seen more, like, and not like in a like look at me, but like I don't need to hide behind like, oh, I'm not accomplished enough, or I haven't done enough yet, so like why me, sort of thing. Like allow myself to like shine and kind of be put in those rooms, because a lot of the time like in those situations I think it's hard to it is a lot of comparison, but I think there's just like a lot of like open places for like learning.
For sure.
So
Yeah, you do deserve to be there.
I have like a list. I'll go through them quickly. And I kind of have already touched on them, but I'm proud of myself for seeing the doctors that I saw this year, for doing so many things alone. Like I started this year or last year. Yeah. By like going to the movies alone for the first time. Like, and now I'm not even scared of that.
Going out to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy. Going to Austin alone, driving to Palm Springs alone, and going on a date.
Woo! Those are like, that is a lot for 1 year.
They're all big like social anxiety steps, I guess.
Huge. And all of those also, you had to call, like the phone anxiety of making doctor's appointments and all of that is like another layer.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah. But you did good. And also, not only did you go on a date, you also have been more just open to dating apps in general, and you've been you dipped your toe in slightly.
Yeah. I tried.
You did though. But trying is,
you're definitely
great.
more open to it, which like you're in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're figuring yourself out. It's great. Loves it. Mine was obviously buying a house, I guess.
Yes.
Huge. I got my biggest, like, one deal of $7,000. That's the biggest I've ever gotten. So that was cool to get a $7,000 deposited into my banking account. Never once happened to me before.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I also drove further distances this year. I drove to Hood River, which is where I'm getting married, several times on my own. Well, I drove my dad, but I drove there myself. And I've just been driving on the freeway more. So I feel like my driving anxiety has lessened slightly.
Good.
Which was good.
Good job.
Thanks.
That is big.
Okay, other accomplishments? I guess accomplishments and proudest moments are similar.
Yeah.
I think like signing the 5 new clients was like a huge thing because it was a really big step. I think hiring,
and they're great people. Also, like the scope of who the people are is also like an achievement. I feel like it's expanding the type of creator that you'd work with.
Yeah. Doing the photo shoot like with my client and like just kind of putting myself out there and just being like, I am going to like, it was kind of like networking in addition to just like helping her land that and just like helping my clients get to like bigger goals like numerically, and coming really close to hitting 1 million with the agency was really cool.
That's crazy.
My goal next year is 5 million.
That's crazy. So wait, you'd make like almost 1 million then on 5 million, right? Is that correct percentages?
20% of it.
Yeah. So I think it is 1 million.
Isn't that 1 million?
I don't fucking know.
I think so.
How much in taxes would you pay on that shit?
Oh god. Fucking 200K.
Not that much because my accountant. Yeah, it is 1 million. So
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say podcast trip sponsored by Brit.
Yeah.
How amazing though, like it's just like the thought of making $1 million is so crazy. Like, and the thought of how you can help your family, like the gifts that you can give to people. Like even at Christmas, I was just thinking like, how cool would it be if I was really rich right now and I could just donate so much? I would be able to give my family all of these like amazing presents. Like it's just cool to think of that. And then also Cameron made me feel so bad because he was like, you know how your whole life you're like, I want to take care of my parents. I want to like give my parents back everything that they've given to me. I want to buy them a beach house. I want to give them a car, all this shit. He was like, we don't have like that much longer of like where all of our parents can actually use and enjoy all these things that we want to give them. And I was like,
that's depressing.
That is so depressing because you think you have like so long to be able to make it to that level, to be able to get them that. And it's like, oh, holy shit, you kind of really don't.
Ugh, I don't like that.
I felt
Way
like
to bring it down
a little bit better about like that for Christmas, just like getting presents for my family and not really like worrying too much about like, oh, like how much is it? Like I obviously didn't go like crazy, but it was nice to just like get them stuff and they're like, oh my god, this is so cool. Versus
just
like
not have to worry about it.
I was able to do that more this year too. It's so fun.
And not just getting like one thing. Like
Yeah.
I got, like little, like for my sister, I got her like little like stuff. I got like her a pack of earrings and like hair clips, and I got her like little stocking stuffers that I would like
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
addition
So
to
fun.
other things. So I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
so
really special.
cool. Love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, also, like I said, I guess the whole cleaning routine and everything I got better at. Also just like me and Cameron's relationship, I feel like this year, besides like our first year of dating, was the best that it's ever been. And just like my communication skills, I feel like have improved, and his, and just our ability to like not fight, or like if I start to fight, or if I'm being sassy or anything, I feel like I've been able to get that under control more. Where like I just want to have like a happy home, and I think a lot of the times I ruin that by like with my own mood and my what is Willow doing?
Oh, my cat is staring at me through the window.
Oh, outside.
Yeah.
I wish you could take a picture, but your phone
You
is
pop down. Yeah, my
easy.
phone is. That's so fun. I
That's
think
really
he wants
awesome.
inside and he's pissed at me. Sorry.
I think it is really hard if you are like you work at home and like your home is like kind of your everything. And so if you
Exactly.
don't have like the kind of happy home that you're talking about, it can really wreak havoc. Even like when Cameron leaves for the day, it can still be like something that you're focused on.
Yeah, even if I'm just moody with just the dogs home, and I'm just like I just get so agitated. Like I'm a door slammer. Like I'll just slam the door.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know
definitely want
why.
to stop doing that this year. Like,
Same.
why the fuck do I get so like I like snap? And Joe's like, "What the fuck was that?" I'm like,
Yeah,
honestly,
like what
I'm
was
sorry.
that?
Right? I don't know what that was. I don't know why I'm annoyed right now.
Yeah, like a quicker turnaround time is what I feel like I've been better at, and I want to continue that, I guess, through the years. That's basically all I said. Oh, also I've just had like a really great relationship with food and my body this year. I've like not hated myself. So that's been cool.
That's amazing.
That is really awesome.
Other thoughts?
Should we talk about, are we gonna do goals in another episode, or like I guess we didn't really like prompt for those, so we can like kind of touch on those again.
I don't know. I think it's kind of basically taking everything that I didn't do right last year and kind of adding that into this year. Like I just want to be better at taking care of myself and having a good hair, nail, and skin routine, and actually taking my vitamins and doing all of that stuff, hydrating, everything like that. But then mostly taking action in everything, like hosting and going places and actually doing the work projects I want to do.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, like the past year was kind of about growing and finding myself. And this year, I want to be able to take that and become even more confident and creative as like a content creator. And yeah, I just want to keep doing what I've been doing all the previous year and get better at it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Make my house cozier, travel more.
Yeah. I want to travel beyond like things that I have to travel for, because I think like it gets like really uncomfortable when you don't travel enough. But I did like a last minute trip with Melanie at the end of the year, and that was so much fun, because I was like, okay, I'm done traveling. I've traveled way too much, but I'm like so glad I just did that. And the universe rewarded me by upgrading me to first class.
Nice.
For free, and upgraded me on the way home to like Comfort Plus. I was like,
do you ask, or like how does that happen?
I have status with Delta.
But so do you just walk up and then they just tell you like, oh, you've actually
no, you have like a list, and it's like on the app, and then it tells you like where you're in line for the upgrades. And then you probably have it for like Alaska. You should look, because you guys have the credit card.
Yeah, I'll look. Huh.
Because yeah, ours is just in the app, and then it like tells you that you get upgraded.
That's cool.
In the app. Yeah.
on my flight to Austin, I was given the opportunity to upgrade to first class for like $100, and I didn't take it, and I regret it because that would have been so cool.
Aw. That would have been cool.
So if they ever offer that again, I'm definitely gonna do it.
I've never done first class. I've always we do the like that middle one, the premium
Comfort.
or whatever. Yeah,
It is nice.
it
The
is.
legroom is nice.
Also, I totally thought to Palm Springs, I think. Wait, no, I don't know. On one of my flights, I got a drink, like a mimosa, and she didn't ever charge me. And I was like, oh, whoa, I got a free mimosa. And then this time I got a drink when I was going to Arizona, and she's like, we have your card on file. Should I just use that? And then I realized at the time before, they just had my card.
How do they have your card on
I
file?
have no idea.
Because
They
I
do, like,
usually don't get
They
charged
don't allow
either.
payments.
I guess just through my Alaskan account or something, my card saved. But I totally thought I got a free drink.
What the fuck? Yeah, I thought that too.
Usually,
You
I
should
think
check.
in like Delta, if you're in Comfort Plus, you get
You
drinks
get
as part
one.
of
Yeah,
your-
you get
Yeah.
if
That's
in the
cool.
plus. Yeah. Pretty cool. Also, before we go, I wanted to talk about this TikTok that I saw. I don't know if you guys saw it, but this girl was basically talking about New Year's and resolutions and everything, and about how like none of nature January 1st is getting ready to be their best selves
Oh, I
and to
saw
come
that.
back and be like ever changed and everything. Like this is still the time. Like I think that's always been why I hate New Year's, is like it's before the new year you have to establish all these goals and resolutions that you want, so then on the 1st you can start and not miss a day and do everything the way that you want. But like I in my head this year, I really want to make it more of like the winter time, and these first few months I'm still reflecting
Hibernating.
and figuring out what I want to do exactly, so then in the spring it's like more take action. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna still be taking action in the beginning part, but like not where it's like every single day, since the
Yeah.
1st has to be perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. My mom actually was like telling us one time about that, where it's like there's so many different seasons. Like winter is a time to like rest. Autumn is a time to like reflect. Spring is like I don't know. She like had something for each of the seasons, but they don't necessarily have to like correlate with the actual seasons. It's just like what season of life are you in?
Yeah.
And then like what can you be like prepping for? So like even if you're in your quote unquote like rest winter phase, like in summer, like the next season just means that like you're ready for growth or, you know, newness. In spring.
I love that.
Which like I really like that like
Me
life cycle,
too.
because it doesn't have to be always like on and going.
It makes
and
more
doing
sense
things.
because you can't physically, like that would just lead to burnout if you were 100% of the year
Yeah.
going hard.
Rest is productive.
Yeah. What are you each most excited for in the year? Me just waiting for you to say my wedding.
Your wedding.
Mine's my wedding. Guys, Joe already booked golf for my wedding. Isn't that crazy? Like he got a tea time.
Thought about your wedding.
People
Like,
don't even have hotels, but Joe's got a tea time.
Yeah.
Joe's got a tea time and a hotel. he's so stoked for your wedding. He's like, maybe we can golf twice. And I was like, no. Like me and Devin will be doing something.
You'd be in the cart
We go
drinking.
to a spa.
Yeah.
We have a
You
spa
guys should go
date
to
and
Knott Springs in Portland, that one spa. It's like in a high-rise building, but they have like warm pools and
Ooh,
it's real cool.
that sounds very
that sounds
nice.
cool.
Okay, but so there's not like, what are you actually looking forward to?
You know what's kind of
there's
sad is
nothing.
I don't know.
Do you like? I'm someone like I need to have fun things to look
I
forward
used to too, but now I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm excited
well-
to travel more with you guys. I'm excited to grow on TikTok. I'm excited to work with brands. But yeah, I don't have that one thing like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so looking forward to this.
Yeah. Well, we did
that's
plan
kinda
our
depressing.
first trip together, so that's the next thing to look forward to, really,
Yeah, I'm excited for
in
that.
my calendar.
Yeah. Oh, I have one thing I'm
Nice.
excited about, but I don't know if I can share it. super excited. But I don't know if I can share it yet. It's not about me, but you guys know.
Oh, yeah. You might have to wait.
Yeah.
Exciting. Okay, maybe next episode you can share.
My cat is trying to hunt me right now outside. He's too smart. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Let's make our Spotify question. What was your biggest lesson from 2023? Since that's kind of what we went over.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll remember that. So if you're listening on Spotify, let us know what lesson you learned in 2023 or go comment it on our Instagrams. Make sure you join our Facebook community. It's very fun in there. We're going to be doing more and more. So make sure you're joined. Follow our TikTok page, subscribe to our YouTube, follow our Instagram, subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.